Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. Vancouver police have yet to make an arrest after a woman living on the city's west side woke up to a man lying on top of her yesterday morning. Greg Harper joins us with the scary details. Greg.
Good morning, Jody. Well, we are a few blocks away from where this very scary incident happened. It happened in the area of West 22nd and McDonald Street. And police say this happened yesterday around 6 o'clock in the morning. That's when a woman who was sleeping at the time opened up her eyes to find a man who was wearing a mask trying to sexually assault her while she was in her bed. The 21-year-old was not physically hurt. She fought off her attacker who ran away, but as you can imagine, she's pretty traumatized by the event. Police now are still trying to figure out how the man got into her suite.
She managed to fight this man off. He was last seen running out of the house. She quickly phoned 911, and police arrived and began a search of the neighborhood to look for this attacker. We believe at this point that the motive for the entrance into the home and the attack on this woman was sexually motivated. We believe it was an attempted sexual assault, or it was a sexual assault inside that home.
Police are now looking for a man described to be Asian, between 20 and 30 years of age. He has a medium build, was wearing dark clothing, and had a mask on at the time. Police are hoping to get this person off the streets as soon as possible. Jody?
All right, thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting from the west side of Vancouver this morning. Keep us posted, Greg. We'll check in with you at the top of the hour. The suspect in a brutal sexual assault in Vancouver's Strathcona neighborhood is expected to appear in court later today, facing a new count alongside his 7 charges related to the attack. 25-year-old Caleb Timothy Heaton was charged this week with escaping custody. That stems from a May 15th bail hearing when he allegedly bolted from a courtroom before he was tackled and returned to custody. Heaton's previous charges of break-and-enter, unlawful confinement, and sexual assault with a weapon are in connection with a violent attack on March 26th. Police say a man armed with a weapon entered a woman's home, tied her up, and sexually assaulted her. A Good Samaritan heard the woman's screams and saved her. The Crown will continue closing submissions today during the trial of John Nuttall and Amanda Carodi. They are accused of plotting to bomb the BC legislature in Victoria on Canada Day in 2013. Nuttall and Carodi have pleaded not guilty to 4 terrorism-related charges stemming from a months-long, that is, RCMP sting operation. The spring session at the BC legislature officially comes to an end today. After sitting since February, MLAs are getting ready to start their summer break from the provincial capital. This session saw the debating, amending, and adopting of at least 24 laws, including liquor, worker, and education legislation. However, the summer break could be a condensed one. There are rumblings the government could be recalled sometime over the next few months to deal with the Petronas, which hasn't yet made a final investment decision. Investigators are trying to figure out what sparked a massive fire at a mattress recycling warehouse in South Vancouver last night. Unbelievable pictures. The flames broke out at around 6:30 near Sherbrooke Street and Marine Drive. Up to 50 firefighters have been on scene overnight. Fire crews say the flames spread quickly and the warehouse was full of mattresses and had barrels of fuel inside. No other buildings were damaged, and it's believed no one was hurt. Another fire flared up in Vancouver overnight. This home near East 54th Avenue and Prince Edward Street was slated for demolition. It caught fire around 3 o'clock this morning and quickly evolved into a 2-alarm blaze. Crews arrived on scene to find flames advancing towards neighboring homes. They were able to put the fire out. There are no reports of any injuries, and the cause is under investigation. BC will be sending crews to Alberta to help firefighters battle several large wildfires that are burning out of control. BC's wildfire management says we have surplus resources because rainfall and cooler temperatures have lowered the fire risk in our province. Meantime, the North Shore Wildfire Group is gearing up for what could be a busy season. Canadian Forest Services say the El Nino weather phenomenon, which reduces rainfall, will spur on an above-average wildfire season across Western Canada.
Just be very careful with discarding of any burning products. Campfires, if you do have one, make sure it is totally extinguished, and even, put your fingers into it to make sure it's cold before you leave. We also get a lot of fires in North Vancouver District and across the North Shore from just cigarettes being tossed out windows.
And firefighters say with dry conditions in August and September, even glass left out in the forest could spark a fire.